Some big updates are coming very, very soon to one of the most popular parks here in West Bloomfield, Pine Lake Park. And here to tell us more about some of these updates, we have the executive director of West Bloomfield Parks, Kelly Hyer, joining us today on The Splash. Kelly, good morning.
Good morning.
Glad to have you with us. I know things have been very busy over in parks. You guys have been doing a lot of great work here in the community, and I'm really interested in hearing about some of these big updates that are going to be coming to Pine Lake Park. Can you tell me about them?
Sure. So as you know, that we put in front of the public last year a master plan for Pine Lake Park, and the commission did adopt that. We also took it to the Bloomfield Hills School District, as you know, our partner in that park agreement. And we are tackling two things at Pine Lake for 2025. And of course, the playground, the top requested amenity, is one of them. But we're also simultaneously planning out the entire park. So some cost savings will happen when you engineer the entire thing. And that is something we told the township, or asked of the township, for consideration when we're going back to Planning Commission and site review, that we would have the whole park planned out, but we would build it in phases. So we haven't received back the quotes for the engineering yet, but we are going to be probably taking that to commission next month. But we started researching the playground. So as you know, we did a big improvement to Drake Sports Park playground last year. And that's the first playground that we have installed ourselves without a big park renovation. And it was a big refresh that was desperately needed. So coming off of that playground project, we learned some things, and we have talked to the township again in the permitting and the process that is needed to install playgrounds. And so last night at the Parks Commission meeting, we presented our concept idea, and then we'll go back again when we have contracts passed. So can I share a little bit about the concept plan there?
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
Okay. So we are taking a different approach, and this won't come to a surprise to you, but our angle is a more natural based playground. So typically, if you look at elementary schools or a lot of park departments in the surrounding area, you'll see the traditional plasticky based tower-based program or playground, excuse me. And so the main part will be some kind of climbing or a bridge or some kind of balance beams, but it's made out of plastic and metal, of course. And then the traditional swing sets, or like the now version of a merry-go-round or a teeter-totter. So we still want those fun elements to appear in the playground because that's the fun part. But most of the playgrounds you'll see at Pine Lake will actually be made out of rocks, stone, and timber. And so if you are able to show any pictures from the commission report last night, if not, that's okay. But the concept is, when you're approaching the playgrounds, it's on multi levels of elevation. And so kids can climb up and it's purposely put in place steps that are made out of rock or logs that create a staircase, if you will, or it's just fun, inspirational play for kids and how they're going to traverse to the next section. And then as far as slides go and the swing sets go, that will be more traditional, but the color will be muted in more earthy tones to match the space that's Pine Lake Park.
Wow, those are some great updates. I can't wait to see how that's all going to come together in Pine Lake. And I'm really curious as to why you've decided to go down this route and what you think that these elements are going to bring to the people of West Bloomfield.
That is a great question. So we really want to inspire, we want nature to inspire kids' creativity and play. And so if you've been to the Recreation Activities Center, we have the outdoor natural play area. And the outdoor natural play area was created by our naturalists here, led by Lauren Azuri, our head naturalist. And that is, again, when you look at the space, you might go, oh, what is happening there? Because it just looks so simple and basic. But kids have a blast, because what happens at the playgrounds when when you have an opportunity to use a little bit more of your creativity and you're outdoors, feeling that fresh air, and you can dig a little in the dirt or the mud, or turn a log over and see what's under there, or use some of the elements that we're going to purposely put out there. It just sparks a different creativity in kids, and it's just a different way to approach play. And because nature is so important to us, and we want to also complement the woodland lot that is at Pine Lake Park, we just thought, and we've seen other park districts put these in, that we should consider it. And actually, there is some really cool trending playgrounds that have just been installed that match our vision almost exactly. And so we've been able to talk to their park maintenance departments and their installer and get some feedback. And it's been very widely received by their communities. So I know it's going to be a great fit for the community of West Bloomfield.
I think so too. I mean, just hearing about all of these ideas, it is a very different playground than what you most would expect, but in the best way possible. And I think this is going to be so much fun for the people of the community. For those just joining us right now on The Splash, we have Kelly Hyer, the executive director of West Bloomfield Parks, joining us right now to talk about some of the big updates that are coming to Pine Lake Park very, very soon later this year. And Kelly, if I'm not mistaken, you guys are currently in the process of either looking for an architect or finalizing an architect for this project. Is that right?
For the playgrounds?
Yes.
Yes. So we are receiving engineer quotes right now from engineers, and we will engineer out the entire park. And so that will include everything, all the sport components, all the parking lot components, everything that we want to include in the spaces that are in the master plan, including the trails and the playgrounds. And in order to do that, we need to start with the engineering first, as well as the landscape architect. So when you are creating a new space for a park, there is so many different directions to go in. And we have chosen a very modest neighborhood park feel. So still the amenities that the neighbors are used to seeing and experiencing there at Pine Lake will be replaced and upgraded. But then we also are bringing a few more amenities to the park, or desire to. So we are planning out the whole park space while we're also focusing on the playground, because our goal will be to break ground on the playgrounds this year and build it and open it this fall.
Well, that is great. And that answers one of my questions on the time frame of when you're going to be having these parks up and running for everybody. So they're going to be in the fall. Is that correct?
Yes. So we're hoping to break grounds August 1st is our goal right now on paper, and open sometime in October. And I know some people might say, well, why would you do that? Again, typically in the industry, when you're dealing with a short window of build time in Michigan, we are also up against when a lot of our playground installers do a lot of work for schools. And so their window for school work is June and July. So they're wrapping up their projects in August. So that's what we found success in starting a project like this, and we're not competing to their other market, the sectors that they are doing business with. And so that leaves for parks some room to do park playground improvements August, September, and October.
Well, I'm sure everyone in the community can't wait to see what's going to come with Pine Lake. And I got one more question for you, Kelly, before we let you go. With the ideas that are coming into place with Pine Lake Park, do you have similar plans in place that might be coming for some of the other parks here in the community?
Well, we are doing some upgrades at Marshbank Park, and that will be released to the public soon. And that is going to be a 3-year repaving project. So that will include the walking trail and the sidewalk, as well as the parking lot resurfacing, including the front entrance of Marshbank. And so that's a big project, similar to how we did Drake several years ago now. We broke it up into 3 different years. Financially, it's more affordable that way, and we don't have to close the park very much to the public. It will be, for the phases, they will be 3 months at a time. So this year, we are looking at August 1st for 3 months. that there'll be work going on at Marsh Bank. So again, we're going to share that with the public. And then, of course, the Connect Community Center project. We'll have a big update in February for the community as we're making progress every day there.
WB Parks, a lot of things in place, and can't wait to see how they all turn out. Kelly, thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks. And I hope you guys check out the pictures because I'm sure my verbal description didn't do it justice. But if you watch the commission meeting from last night, or we can, of course, give you some references to look at. But nature is the way to go, the theme, the inspiration for West Bloomfield Park. So we're just taking it to the playground this time.